We are live.
Live. THC on the YT and the PM.
And the PM and the CT with the EST on the
The
Friday the 13th.
EST. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Friday the 13th today, man. Happy Friday the 13th to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Happy Friday the 13th to you.
You've had a pretty fortunate and lucky Friday the 13th thus far, I must say.
Dude, I always have good Friday the 13th. Like, people are like, oh, it's bad luck. I
Really?
have fantastic Friday the 13th.
Nice. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I mean,
I got married on Friday the 13th.
there you go. There
My
you go.
third child was born on Friday the 13th.
Amazing. I think that day is just it's gotten a bad rap, but it's a great day. You know, it's another great day to be alive. Got some. I've been pretty lucky too this past week. I got some custom binds in, which have been nice. I think there's like 14 of them. Finally got some new stuff to read because while I am getting new books, they're all chilling in your closet still.
Yep.
So I actually had one of my shelves collapse this week. One of the not the full bookshelf, but one of the shelves themselves. I walked in one day after work and it just fell downwards and all the books were leaning on the glass. They hadn't fallen out or anything. I was so lucky. It's just like these IKEA shelves. It's just a little pin that's holding this shelf in place that this shelf is resting on. There's 4 little pins. And so I'm just going to have to mount it, I don't know, to the sides or something and secure it better. But it was pretty wild. I don't know. I've got all those, but I don't even know what's going to happen I'm going to need a whole new shelf, or I'm going to have to purge a bunch of stuff once I get those books from your closet. Because, I mean, I've got a whole shelf here. I've got to go a whole shelf there, rather, I should say.
No, you got more than that. You've got a couple shelves.
Damn. You think it's a couple for real? No way.
I'm willing to bet yes. How many can you fit on the shelf?
Oh, well, I mean like a full bookshelf? Bookcase,
oh,
I
you're
guess?
talking about like a full...
I'm going to need a bookcase, I guess. I don't know what to call it.
Bookcase, yeah. Okay, no, that you will need, yes.
Yeah, I'll probably need a new one at this point. I don't know. I need to get rid of some stuff, but it seems like my usual Kijiji is not working very well, which is the Canadian Craigslist for anyone who doesn't know. It just sucks now. Like, no one buys shit on there, so I can't use it to sell. I tried selling Valiant Deluxes on there, no luck.
But then you come on here and you sold out.
I did sell some. I still have a whole bunch of them.
Oh, really? I thought you
got a bunch of Valiant Deluxes. No, I wish. If anyone's interested, please let me know. But yeah, I mean, something's gonna have to change. I don't know. I might just do like a big library donation or something of some I don't know, some books that I just haven't been able to sell that have just been sitting around and collecting dust. It feels dumb. You know, I have like these books that I could probably even just sell for $10, like just random crap I've picked up that I'll never want to read again.
Yeah.
From comic book shop $5 bins.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what you do with those? Give them away.
What was that story? I remember I went to Ollie's.
Give them away on this show.
That's right. Yeah, I'll do that next time. That's right. Yeah, I guess I can purge my shelf by just giving stuff away on this show. All right, 12K. That's what I'll do. I'll give some stuff away. Maybe I'll just get rid of like a whole shelf worth of books.
There you go.
That'll be exciting.
I've done it. It's fun.
It's a good time. Yeah, it's nice to purge and know that it's going to a good place. Although, I mean, yeah, hopefully it's going to a good place. I know we got good fans out there though, so I'm not too concerned about that. Not too concerned about that. Matt is, for anyone who's curious, he's in between his Squidward dance.
I'm doing my pad thai dance.
Is his pad thai dance?
It's my pad thai dance.
Yeah, he's pad tying it out
but
right
it's
now.
Spicy as shit. So if you see me doing, that's why. But I'm almost done.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fighting the good fight over there with that pad thai.
I've had pad thai in so long. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I haven't had pad thai in a while. I'm going back to Quebec next week. I may get a poutine pad thai just for the hell of it and see what's up.
I really would love to try a poutine pad thai.
I'll try and get pictures. I'll put it up on our Instagram. People are like, what the hell is this Instagram page about? One day they're posting comic reviews, the next day there's poutine pad thai.
Speaking of, Farhan just jumped on. Well, what's up, everybody that has jumped on?
Hey, everyone.
Farhan just jumped on and said, hello, Matt and Mike. Saturday morning here, and what a way to start my day with the best bromance on YouTube.
Wow.
Peace and love from Malaysia. Fuck
Peace.
yes.
Peace and love to you too, sir.
Speaking of bromances,
Right.
we were interviewed on oh, that's hot.
It sounds like you're always gonna say Joe Rogan or something.
No. Joachim's. I can't stop. My mouth is on
Your
fire.
mouth is on fire.
Yeah, Joachim's
Joachim
Comic Center.
Yeah.
And he hasn't posted yet, but we did like an interview with Mike and I where we professed our love for one another. Not like in that way, but we were like, yeah, dude, we're totally bromances.
Yeah, 100%.
So it was really funny when Farhan said that.
It's the truth, yeah. I mean,
fuck, it's hot. I can barely talk.
It's been a long time, I know. Ever since I jumped on the camera, Matt's just been saying how hot it is all of a sudden. But yeah, that was a fun time. I think he said it's going to come out in early September, so pretty exciting stuff there. That was a fun time. It's crazy, man, to think that we've coordinated, these sort of calls and interviews or even live streams with people in across the sea, across the pond, as it were.
Yeah,
wild, man.
Now.
Multiple times.
Well,
it's amazing. It's been a wild ride so far.
Tang Pad Thai. Is that what you're gonna have? Poontang Pad Thai.
That's definitely not legal in Canada.
No. It's the home version.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. It's just hot.
Oh, I had the wrong tab open for comments. Hey, everyone.
Okay. So hot. I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. It tasted really good, though.
Yeah. Well, you're doing with level 7 to 10 hotness. I mean, you're dancing with the devil a little bit.
Okay. A little bit. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Do you get
Name that movie?
Do you get like a high when you eat really spicy food? Like right now, do you feel euphoric?
For an entirely different reason, but
right. Okay, yeah. So it's okay. So you're not getting a double dose at least.
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh yes, goodness. Gabriel's right. 89, Batman 89. He is correct. Ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh.
Jack Nicholson's Joker, Batman, 1989.
Wow. No.
Gabriel wasn't even alive in 1989, and he knew that. Wait, fuck, neither were you. I wasn't
alive either. I was negative 4 years old.
I was like, shit, neither were you.
Yeah.
God,
I was old. Yeah. I wasn't even a glint in my father's eye, as they say.
Well, you might have been. You were at least a stain on the pillowcase.
Wow. I mean, I was an accident. I know that much. So there's that. Not far off.
Yes, but all right. So, anyways, man, enough about that stuff. Enough about that stuff.
Yeah, this is yeah.
How have you been, man? How's it been going lately?
It's been good, man. It's been good. Busy with work. I'm sure folks can tell we haven't been pumping out videos as much as usual. It's just been super busy with work and life and the new lady friend and trying to find new things to read. I feel like comics are in this weird spot right now where there are a handful of series that there's like a good enough amount of content to read, but I don't know, like Marvel, again, I looked through some Marvel stuff this past weekend. I couldn't find anything that exciting for me. I guess I need to catch up on Immortal Hulk, though. That's like the one thing at Marvel that's tickling my fancy. I did finish rereading Hellboy, though. Man, what a sick book. I love Hellboy. Oh, I always forget how much I love Hellboy. That shit's so good. Oh my god.
I actually started rereading Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, and I had like the same... I was reading my customs of the Alan Moore Swamp Thing, and I sort of had the same thing where You know, like that. I mean, that book was so many years ago, and then I read it, and it was blown away. It's one of the best Swamp Thing runs. But when I read it the first time, yes, I enjoyed it and I appreciated it and I loved it and everything else. But there were certain things that when I reread it now, I go, oh shit. Like I did. So for instance, anatomy lessons,
Right.
the second issue that Alan Moore wrote for Swamp Thing. I had no idea the first time reading it what kind of impact that issue was going to have on the history of the character. Like that was a history making issue.
Yeah.
And I had absolutely no idea the first time reading it, that impact. And now that I know, like reading it again, you're seeing it with, you know, different eyes.
I wonder if Alan Moore knows that as he's writing it, where he's like, this is going to change things forever. Like this is, I mean, I don't know. That's a monumental issue.
Very much so. Very monumental. Like that issue, it was a game changer. You know, and I was like, holy crap, this is one of the best issues in comic books, period.
Damn. How far have you gone into Swamp, the reread?
The reread, not very far. I only just started it a couple days ago, and I'm only able to get like an issue or two in a night. So
they're not very so far, long. More issues are they take like 20 minutes to read, man.
It's like the same 22 pages. There's just that much dialogue.
Yeah, there's that much dialogue, and then afterwards you need to like digest it.
Yeah,
sit on it a little.
Yeah, no, dude. Anatomy lessons. For those of you guys that have never read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, grab the absolutes, grab the paperbacks, what have you. Go read it. All right, it is phenomenal. And you guys just, as you're reading it for the first time, just keep in mind the issue anatomy lesson is a game changer, and so just have that in your mind while you're reading it. It was mind-boggling.
I kind of think. Do you think? Well, I'll ask you this: do you think DC will release a? You know how they? Okay, so they did the 3 absolute preachers, then they started doing preacher omnis. Do you think Swamp Thing will get the same thing? Alan Moore Swamp Thing, maybe.
There's no way that it doesn't.
Yeah, that would be. It would become like an evergreen omnibus after that because it would just keep making so much money.
Yep.
But DC works in mysterious ways.
That they do. That they most definitely do.
Yeah. What about you, man? What else have you been reading? You're waiting for the questions to come.
It was a few weeks ago, but we haven't talked, so I thought I'd touch base, or maybe we touched base on it briefly. I don't recall. Marvel is bringing back Moon Knight, like renumbering, all new number 1, blah blah blah.
Nice.
Blah. And I was a little skeptical. I was like, well, let's see where it goes, because it's like I feel like Moon Knight to Marvel is like Valiant Comics these days. We're like, we'll run it for 6 issues or 12 issues, and then we're gonna start over with a new number 1.
Yeah.
And it just frustrates the hell out of me. So I'm like, well, let's see where this ends up. But I did read that first issue, and it was actually really good. Nice. I'm very intrigued to see where it goes. I was like, this is going to be a book that I'll read monthly, because I was like, I'm very interested to see where that one goes. I can't remember who writes it now, though. I don't remember. It was somebody that I wasn't
Jed
familiar
McKay or
with.
something.
Yeah, it was somebody I wasn't very familiar with.
Yeah.
But anyways, Moon Knight was really good. I was actually kind of impressed. So I was like, all right, we'll see where this goes. I'm partly rereading, partly reading for the first time the Wally West run of Flash.
Ooh.
But like the full run starting with issue 1 back in like 87. So I'm going through the whole journey there.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, did you I was gonna say you're waiting for those questions. The questions.
Yes, they might actually be here tomorrow. They'll either be here tomorrow or Monday.
Yes. Very cool.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Yeah, it's. I guess we shouldn't go into it, but it was interesting to learn, I guess, a little more about those. But
like the story behind the oversized binds.
Yeah, I don't know if we can say anything, but it was. I guess it wasn't that interesting. It was kind of.
I mean, it was intriguing to hear a different point of view, one that was very much like, nah, man, it's not a secret. Right. Like that was kind of interesting to hear that point of view. But no, I mean, it was interesting. Every time I buy one of these sets, I end up like learning something new. So I'm like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It also costs a lot of money. But but it's okay.
I mean,
Oh, you know what else cost me a lot of money?
what's that?
Fuck, dude, I haven't told anybody I did this because like
Oh
I was
no.
like, well, I mean, it's not horrible. So, fuck, I just threw it on. I was like, man, I'm just gonna put this on the business credit card and I'll pay for it like with the business with the voiceover stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I put it on the business credit card, but I'm justifying it as a business expense, I guess. I don't know. But somebody on, so I've been really wanting to get back the IDW Ghostbusters Deluxes.
Mm-hmm.
I sold mine off a long time ago when things weren't looking so great, and I've been wanting to slowly get them back. But dude, like 2 of them are now selling for. One of them has jumped up to like almost $250 just for the one book, just for the one. And then the other one's like 125, and then the other one's like 50.
Jesus.
So I'm like, I've been watching on eBay for like a year now, just waiting, and nothing good ever comes up.
Hoping for a deal.
But on Facebook, someone said that they were having to get rid of their whole collection, and that was part of the collection was the 3 deluxes.
Oh shit!
And I was looking, I'm like, oh, it's probably gonna be like $350, $400+ for all 3. I go, I'm not gonna do that. And I looked, and he only wanted $250 for all 3.
Okay.
And I was like, well, fuck me running. Like, that's still a lot of money, but at the same time, that's way cheaper than for the set. Than like, where if push came to shove, I could resell it for $50 to $100 more than what I paid for it. So, I mean, it's like an investment that pays for itself.
Right.
Because IDW is not reprinting those.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't. I don't think they sold. I mean, it took them forever to reprint the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Transformers, they did here and there. I don't know if they reprinted any of the G.I. Joe stuff, but like, I don't think Ghostbusters sold well enough to justify a small printing like that. But either way, I absolutely love that run. That Ghostbusters run with Dan Schoening and Eric Burnham is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite, like, if you're looking just for like a fun book, but that has great story, but it's just like, I just want something kind of fun. Ghostbusters by IDW, dude, it's so good, and I really regretted not having those in my collection. And so when I saw that for $250, I was like, this is gonna hurt my soul, but it's like, oh, fine, I gotta do it. It's gonna hurt my soul though. But then I'm looking around and I'm like, I need to start purging stuff. Like, there's stuff I'm just never gonna read. Like, why do I have it?
Yeah, it's one of those times. Is that not something like, are the trade paperbacks expensive for that too, or
is that Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I never looked into it, honestly.
Interesting.
I was just gonna buy them digitally. Format. Honestly, I was just about to buy them digitally.
Oh wow!
Because I mean, I just reread them recently, like 6 months ago, and I loved it. It's a really fun story. It's a great time. And so I was like, man, that's when I was like, I really regret selling that shit. Especially when I sold them, they weren't quite so out of print, so I didn't get nearly as much as what I just rebought them for.
Right. It always works that way. Like whenever, I'll watch a video and I'll just see like a spine for the goon in the background or something. Like, damn it, I wish I still had those books.
I didn't know you sold them.
Yeah, I did a while ago.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky like I did, and you'll be able to buy the whole set for a really great price.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not crying over it often, but
you could get the Goon Omnibus trade paperbacks.
Yeah, I can just bind it. That's true.
And then you could bind it.
You know how I love binding.
Speaking of binds, you got some binds.
I got some. I've actually been reading one of the Death Notes.
I love how tiny that is.
So small.
It looks like a Bible. When you hold it like that, it looks like the Bible.
It literally like fits in my hand.
Have you heard about Jesus?
Let me tell you, people. Yeah, it's fun. It's nice to read. It literally just sits in the palm of my hand like that. It's amazing.
Dude, that's awesome.
I've been reading that, and then Green Lantern by Morrison and Sharp.
Yeah, how many issues did they end up doing?
They did 27 total.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot longer than I expected it to.
Yeah, they did.
That's
2
omnibus
seasons.
worthy, sir.
It is. I think it'll get it. Honestly, I think for Liam Sharp's artwork alone, it deserves the absolute, but it's a big ask because I don't know, like Morrison expectations are always really high, and I really like season 1 a lot, but season 2 gets a little too crazy, and it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it
Too
was,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, I'll reread it now. I read it when it was coming out monthly, and maybe that was the problem, but it got very experimental, which is not always a bad thing, but hey, I'll give it another shot. Here's the Green Lantern one. I don't think the video has come out for the actual
No, those look good
regular
though.
ones, but it's really nice. I think I'll make dust jackets for these because there's so much nice artwork in here. So pretty. And then seeing ads for like all the other titles, all the Flash stuff that Joshua Williamson was writing while this Green Lantern stuff was happening. I haven't read anything by Williamson in so long, and I feel like it'd be a nice time too. That would be
Yeah.
like a fun binge. Maybe his Flash.
It'd be a long one. He wrote like 105 issues.
Can we talk about what's happening with this Substack stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I don't know too much about it. I've read a few things, but I mean, it seems like there's some pretty radical shifts happening in the comic book industry. I mean, Scott Snyder's like a few people are James Tynion the Fourth is also, I mean, basically leaving DC to go and work on either comicsology stuff or these like Substack titles.
Yes,
Very
these
weird.
Substack titles is huge. So, a lot of people were shocked by Tynan leaving. Because of the whole, everybody's like, he's doing Batman, like he's gonna, but no, he's gone, like gone for good.
Where do you go from
after
Batman? What's after Batman?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
He's
the
gonna go do
top.
his creator-owned stuff.
Yeah.
Which is also really good, so you can't really complain.
Yeah.
But he had said, okay, so Tynan had said in an interview that he actually made way more money with the Substack deal than like all of his years combined at DC or something like that. He's like, it's insane the amount of money that he's making. Not only that, but he gets to keep 100%, him and the artist or whoever's working on the book with him, they get to keep 100% creator-owned rights.
Right.
He said the only thing with the Substack deal is for the first year, I think the first 12 months, Substack gets publishing rights. But they get to keep the character rights and everything else. It's just for the first year, and then after that, the publishing rights like revert back to them.
Interesting.
To the creator. So it's, I mean, as of right now, it is digital only. But who's to say once they get the rights back, they can't go on Kickstarter and say kind of like what God Hates Astronauts, things like that. So, anyways, yeah, they're supposed to be making just shit tons of money from the deal. So that's really exciting. But yeah, there's a lot of people doing it, man. I think James Tynion, I won't know that he was the first, but he was sort of the one that everybody started blogging about. And then you come to find out everything else, dude. There was
Jonathan
Hickman, and everybody's like, well, what the hell's going to go on with his X-Men run? So much for that, because he's leaving.
He's gone.
Scott Snyder is doing, I don't know if he's leaving DC. I seriously doubt he's leaving DC, but he is going to Substack, and he's doing a it's not like an indie book, but he's doing what was it, like I want to say a dictionary, but that's not right, not a dictionary.
Short story.
No, I don't know why I can't think of the word right now, but I do know why, but yeah, no, it's something along those lines where he's doing
along the lines of a dictionary Substack thing. Someone figured
an encyclopedia, maybe. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that it wasn't like he's doing like a comic or anything like that. It was something completely different.
Fictional encyclopedia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know he's doing a few series with Comixology. I know he's doing that.
Yeah, he has. Was it 12 creator-owned series or something? 6 or 12, or it's insane. Like the amount, and like some of them actually look instructional guide for creators. Thank you, Paul. That's what it is.
There you go. Yeah,
I could not think of what the words that they weren't coming. That's what it is. He's doing an instructional
Dictionary.
guide.
Yeah.
Shut up, fucker. An instructional guide for creators.
THC on the YT.
EHC on the YT. But yeah, I don't think he's leaving DC though. He's kind of DC's golden boy. There's no way he's leaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, lots of people. Lots of like the dude that did Miles Morales. I don't know his name because I don't read Miles Morales. And I don't want to butcher his name because then I'd be an asshole. Somebody that knows who I'm talking about. He wrote Miles Morales recently. He's going also to Substack. Okay. He was another creator that's going to Substack.
Interesting.
So there's like a lot of Ahmed. What's Ahmed's first name? Celine? So, is that it? I don't know. Anyway, he's going to Substack. There's a lot of people that are going. Saladin, that's it. Saladin.
There we go. Oh, he did Black Bolt as well.
Yes. He is going to Substack. So there's like a lot of, and it's not just DC or it's Marvel and DC guys are going. Like a lot of people are saying it's going to completely disrupt the industry. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, it sounds like they're even saying, "Hey, Image, you're not good enough." Which is
because you got to think like with Image. Yes, I mean I don't know the ins and outs of everybody's contract, but with Image, like you keep the characters, but Image always keeps your publishing rights.
Right.
And so what do you do then? Like Image has like Substack, Image or publishing rights for like 1 year, and then they revert back to the creators.
Hey, I'm all for it as long as people are consistent with their work. They don't leave stories hanging. They don't just like turn this into some sandbox playground where they're just spewing out ideas all over the place and nothing ever like comes to fruition. Because that's the one good thing about publishing companies. They're like, we need like at least a minimum. You need to give us a story at least, like an ending. It has to end at least.
Sometimes
I guess. Yeah, I guess. But for the most part, I'm all for it, man. I'll support Kickstarters. I love that stuff. I'm still waiting for that Matt Kint, Jeff Lemire, David Rubin Cosmic Detective book. It's been like a year and a half. I remember since I supported that Kickstarter, but I mean, completely OGN. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Well, I do know that Tynan said, Tiny Onion said that he is still going to continue like Department of H and Something's Killing, like all that kind of stuff. Like he's not going to stop doing the other books. He said any books that I have at Boom or Image or wherever I'm at, he goes, I will. Those books will continue.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting time.
Yeah, I mean, my hope, because like I said, it's digital. They only have it for a year. So my hope is that after that year, these creators take back their rights and they go to Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever, and they, create like what God Hates Astronauts. Speaking of, Ryan Brown just sent me my digital copies of the book with the brand new comic that he wrote. For it. So I just got those in my email the other day. And he also said that he was going to be shipping me curse words because that was part of like my what's it called? Like the add-on, the Kickstarter add-on.
Right.
I paid for that one too. So he goes, well, the bindery will ship you God Hates Astronauts when all's said and done. But in the meantime, I'll ship you curse words. And I was like,
sweet.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting that. And then those question binds will be here tomorrow or Monday.
To bind a palooza.
And then those dude, I'm excited because I got so many books I need to send into the bindery. So I'm gonna be happy to get a lot of these off my shelves and get them into a bindery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost wondering if I should maybe I don't know, it'd be kind of a pain in the ass, but work out some way with you to ship those Hulks over so I can start prepping them and getting those bound. Those single issues I have. That'd be such a pain in the ass. I think I'll just wait.
Well, it depends on how soon you come, but
yeah. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to get a pickup truck or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to Well, no, you could if it was just you or you and your lady or whatever. You just need to get like this is a like 4-door sedan at work because you could throw stuff in the trunk and you could throw stuff in the back seat.
Well, we need the back seat. Yeah, I mean,
You
no, I'm
dirty
kidding.
bitch.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. No, it'll work out. I don't think there's that many books. I think we've been exaggerating a little
No,
bit.
dude, I'm telling
Nah,
you.
there's that.
If you want me to go grab them and start
Nah,
bringing them out and showcasing
we don't need
everything,
to.
I will.
We don't need to do that. Here, let me screen share my bank profile and my in stock trades order profile. Nah, I don't. I haven't ordered in a while. It's all organicpricebooks.com at this point, anyway. The amazing
Yeah,
sponsor
and
of
that's
this
where a
show.
lot of your books have come from is
Yeah.
organicpricebooks.com. Thanks to our boy JP over at where's the logo? Where's the thing? Where's that thing in the thing?
Pull it out.
Over at organicpricebooks.com. Yeah. JP is the man. Lots of stuff on pre-order. One thing that JP does, if you guys aren't familiar with this, I actually really love is JP is partnered up his runs of shop and things through Shopify. So one of the things you can do is you can actually pay for your order in installments. Like you know how like a lot of places have Klarna or whatever thing that is. You can do the same thing on JP's website. So if you're like, oh, I want to pre-order all of these damn books, but I don't have the money right now, but I want to get them pre-ordered, you can put it on Klarna, make 4 easy payments of $99.99.
Exactly. And be sure to use, if you want a little extra cherry on top, a little tiny cherry on top, the promo code THC2 at checkout will get you an extra $2 off every single one of your orders.
THC2. And JP he's a man, dude. He actually just recently moved into a warehouse. He's got like it's all
crazy, man.
Nice.
He's got a sweet operation going, it looks like. Very fun stuff. Yes, he does.
So go support OPB, organicpricebooks.com. Use the offer code THC2 and order away.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff.
And lots of good stuff to order too, man. More and more stuff keeps getting announced. Lots of reprints coming next like early year / spring for second quarter.
Not to shamelessly plug something else, but if anyone ever wants to know like a nice friendly reminder what's coming out in a month or two, we have a newsletter where we basically say what's coming out in the following month.
We have a newsletter ready. And you can go to any of our recent videos. You've been putting on your videos, right?
It will be after this.
Go find any video that I did in the last month or so, and there's a link in the description.
I will make it so.
That'll take you to our let you sign up for our monthly newsletter. And it's not like annoying or anything like that. We literally email once a month, and it's just sort of like, hey, here's our sponsors, and here's all the books that are coming out, and here's recommended reads that Mike and I have, and here's the custom bind of the month where if you guys can take your pictures and send us to them at the hardcovercomic@gmail.com, you can be featured as our custom binder of the month.
Be tasteful.
Yeah. So, but enough of all that shenanigans. Let's dive into the nitty gritty. We are ranking tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
We are ranking DC comic teams. Do I need to share my screen, or do you need to share your? Which one?
I can share my screen. Or you can share yours if it's easier for you.
Doesn't matter to me. You can share. It's fine.
All right.
We'll throw it up here. We're gonna be ranking DC Comics teams. Now, for you guys that have been around when we did the rankings and things previously, we have our scale here of S, A, B, C, D. And S is super. Thanks for asking.
Super awesome, better,
cool, and dildo.
Dud. Okay, I was gonna go with dud or doo doo, but you went with dildo.
Kitty's being a dildo.
All right, so these are the teams we included.
Kitty sleeping with mommy tonight.
We're gonna get copyright infringement. All right, so this is hopefully the order of the pictures. If it's not, it's fine.
It should be. I corrected the one that I did incorrectly.
Okay. So we got the Bat Family, Birds of Prey, Demon Knights, Doom Patrol, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League Unlimited, Justice League Dark, the new 52 version, Justice League, the new 52 version, JLA. I guess I could have put 90s, but this is like the Morrison era. JSA, Red Hood and the Outlaws with Starfire and Red Arrow. Red Hood and the Outlaws, Bizarro and Artemis. Obviously, Red Hood is involved in both of those. Red Lantern Corps, Secret Six, Section 8, Sinestro Corps, The Authority, and then Teen Titans Classic, and then Modern. Modern is just, it's not super modern anymore. I made this like 3 months ago or something,
By
maybe
modern,
longer.
do you mean like the Jeff Johns
Jeff
era?
Johns, exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. So we'll get into details once I guess we get to those teams, but
So how are we ranking these teams? Are we ranking them by uh like character, like how cool a character is, or are we ranking like how cool the team is overall, or are we ranking it by stories? Like this team has some of the best written stories, because I haven't read all of them, but that's why maybe we could have the audience chime in, I guess, and give their opinions
yeah,
too.
we can have the audience give their opinion. I think it's just a vibe, man.
Just
I
a
think it's
vibe.
just
All
a
right, we'll go by
vibe,
the
you
vibe.
know?
How cool is this team?
How much
Not
do
who's
you
like the
respect this team? How much,
yeah.
like, how good was the run? How good is the team itself? Like, all of that's involved in it, you know? I mean, if you look at
All right.
something like, that's why we're pointing out specific things. I guess some of them we don't know the runs, but we can just look at the teams at that point. Anyway,
Fair
we'll start
enough.
off super easy with the Bat family. Obviously, a D tier uh, team, right?
What D tier?
No, I mean
Not if
it's
you're talking about Tynan's run. If you're going with Tynan's run on that, dude, you gotta go S all the way. That is
you
one of
got
the
to go.
best detective runs in the history of detective. Like,
I mean, any time. There's like the ultimate team. If anything, if any superhero team is a team, it's like the Bat family.
yeah, the Bad Family's dope, and it's kind of ever evolving lately too. Like the last like 10, 15 years, it definitely feels like it's constantly evolving, and you're getting new characters all the time. And
Right. I mean, there was a whole corporation at one point.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Bad Family, man, they're huge.
All right, so next up we got the Birds of Prey. Now, this is Black Canary, Barbara Gordon, Huntress. I think like Katana's involved as well. Am I wrong?
I know. I think Katana's involved. I
Yeah.
haven't read all of it, but
What are we thinking? What are the people saying? Let's hear what the people
nobody's
have to
saying
say about this. No
anything.
one's saying anything.
No one's saying anything.
A grave silence. They wanted us to
Grave
get
sounds.
they were really enjoying this sexual banter that we were doing, and I think they want that back. Honestly, for me, the Birds of Prey are like they're street level. They have cool abilities, they're cool characters, but at the end of the day, they don't have that many stories. Um and it
They had a TV show for a real quick minute.
Yeah, real quick minute, almost less than a minute. And honestly, relative to the other teams here, I got to put them at a C level for me personally.
C, huh?
Maybe even D.
Some people are saying B.
B, huh? Wow.
Oh, we got one for D.
There's some, yeah.
People are chiming in now. They're like, "Oh, these
Come
guys
on,
aren't
hit it.
just
Yeah.
funny unless we help." So yeah, no, there's one D, a few Bs. I don't know, man. I feel like because like Huntress is a badass.
hmm
Barbara Gordon's a badass, whether she's
They're all
Batgirl
badasses.
or Oracle, she's a badass.
I agree. Let's go. We can go B.
Yeah,
We can
let's
go
do
B
B.
on the Birds of Prey. All right, Demon Knights. Now, Demon Knights is a fascinating team because they, as far as I know, showed up in the New 52. Do you know of them before that?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, the characters were around, yes, but
Right.
not the team itself. The team itself was not around. It was a New 52 thing.
And so if I do this, will it do anything wrong? No. Okay. So just to make sure I'm spitting facts here, because I know most of the
Oh, we just got an organic price books referral. Thank you to whoever's watching. Just ordered some books.
enjoy. Let us know what you got. So Demon Knights: Etrigan, Madame Xanadu, Shining Knight, Vandal Savage, and then there's a couple. Lucifer. I mean, that's right, Lucifer, and a few others. minor, they're not there for a long time. But
So I remember reading this, and the story was meh. Like, the story was nothing groundbreaking, right? However, the characters are so freaking cool. I don't know about Shining Knight. I don't really remember much about him, but like all the other characters are badasses.
yeah,
Like ultimate like Etrigan, come on.
I know.
Um
Vandal Savage, Madame Xanadu. I mean, these are
so
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Dude, I'm going A on this one.
yeah. I think
Well, I'd
it's
go S if the story was better, but I'm gonna go
right.
A just sheer to the sheer badassness.
Yeah, it's a badass book.
Do
They're
you
a badass
agree?
team. I agree.
All
I
right,
mean,
everybody else is saying D.
that's fine.
Hey, Zeus said S, but everybody else is saying D.
Man, there's no love for Etrigan out there because that's what
There's
it comes
not.
down to. That's what it comes down
There's
to is
not.
Etrigan.
Paul just said, "Do you get notified immediately when someone uses THC2?" And the answer is yes.
Yes, we do.
Well, I don't know how immediate, but yeah, I get an email like saying, "Hey, you have a new referral."
And just like Pinocchio, something grows whenever we see that email come through.
It's not our noses.
It is something wooden, though. Next
Someone
up
is arguing. They're saying you're grading on individuals. I thought it was teams. Well,
Okay.
no, because Demon Knights is a bad. All of them are badass individuals.
It's true, yeah.
Lucifer, Madame Xanadu, Etrigan. The only one I don't know is Shining Knight. I'm not familiar with that one.
Shining Knight, I think, was introduced in Seven Soldiers of Victory. Came from, God, I can't believe, Camelot. I think
Yeah.
Part of Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, I think. So I mean, like a very obscure character to be sure, but I mean,
They said they're badasses as individuals, but suck as a team. Well, that's because the writer wasn't that good. That team could be an ultimate badass. You get the right writer on that, and that team could be an
I
ultimate
mean, at
badass.
the end of the day, they are a terrible team. So if we're gonna look at this, because they,
You
they
get a
don't these
Simon
characters.
Spurrier, sir. You
I
get a
know.
Tom
Well, no,
Taylor.
they're an interesting team of characters, but they don't get along well.
Well, that's
They're
because you
all
had a crappy
vagabonds.
writer.
But no, even as characters, they're just not gonna clash. I mean, they're
All
gonna
right, you're
clash.
gonna eat those words
I'm
when Cy
still keeping it
Spurrier
as an
comes in
A.
and writes it as writes a Demon Knights book
Hey,
in the future, and you're like, "Holy
I would
shit, this
love
is
that.
amazing!"
I would love that. I'm gonna call him up right after this, but I'm still gonna keep it as an A. I'm just saying I get what people are saying. Anyway, let's
Poppycock.
move on to bigger and better things because we got some sweet teams coming up here. Doom
Man, people
Patrol.
are getting argumentative. Are we voting on how they could have been or how they actually were?
I mean, they have fair points, man. Like I'm just
Shit.
trying to keep the peace at this
No,
point.
it's fine. Let's go.
That's gonna get riled up. This is gonna be a problem. All right, no, I'm
No,
just kidding.
Demon Knights is probably the only one I'd get riled up by.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, people. We'll move on. If you disagree, you can disagree. Let us know.
Yeah, lots of
No.
D's for Demon Knight, dude. A lot of
Okay.
D's.
I don't think people have read the run. All right, Doom Patrol. This is the Morrison team. There have been a handful of iterations with like John Byrne and this. I guess there were some character differences before Morrison, but I mean Morrison is like the iconic Doom Patrol, so I figured we'd go with that one. I mean, look, I feel like I have a bias here, a serious bias, and I can't. I mean, there's a reason I fell in love with these characters and this team, and why I would give them an S+ tier right away without even thinking about it. Because I love the story so much. I think they're amazing characters, and I think the team's incredible. I mean, the show is fantastic.
They're a
as well.
family. They're a dysfunctional family, but they're a family.
100%. Yeah, they're the original X-Men too.
Yeah, dude,
for anyone who doesn't know
they're
that.
amazing.
So,
I'm
but
gonna
I
agree
don't know.
with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go completely S tier. I don't know what people think, but maybe I thought
A, S, A, B. Paul says A, but only because Cliff Steele whines too much. I don't think he whines. But I mean, think about it. If you were just a brain, I mean, come
I would
on.
hate that, man.
You know what I mean?
I would be livid.
Yeah, dude. If you went from being this, regular dude to a brain.
Okay, well, I mean, we're both very biased. I mean, should we let the people decide? Should we let the audience decide this one? It's on record that we're taking a step
Hang
back.
on, what do we got here? We got an A, S, A, B, A,
Okay.
or S. So it's like we're at a tie. They're tied right now. A and S is tied. All right, who's gonna jump in and put the winning vote? Somebody can comment. If not, then Mike and I overwrite it, and it'll go to S. These people give a shit. It's not like they're
Yeah.
winning anything.
There's no prize this
Someone
time.
said S for Doom Patrol and Arnold Drake
Boom.
for Arnold Drake and Morrison's run.
There you go.
Mike will give an S. So then somebody else said A, and then somebody else
Oh
said
shit.
Mike will give it an S for a stiffy to any team written by Morrison.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
someone else commented A and
okay.
another A. So I guess it's
So
A,
we're at
dude.
A. All right. All right. We've taken a step back on this one. For us, they're an S tier team, but
Fine. I got Demon Knights doing A. I'll accept Doom Patrol at an A.
yeah, we have to give it a little. All right, next up is the Green Lantern Corps. I mean, talk about a team, man. What a fantastic. Anytime you read a Green Lantern Corps book, it's like it's just like a fantastic cop book, but in space with like way crazier situations and the way everyone gets along. I mean, man, it's I mean, obviously there are conflicts, but to see like the core team get together, seeing Kilowog every time, you're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
nice to see.
Yeah, and I really dig Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
Like he's a dick as a character. Like as a character, like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, Guy Gardner's a dick. But at the same time, I'm like, you're always rooting for him.
right.
You know what I mean? Like there's something
Yeah,
about Guy Gardner, like you hate him, but yet you're always rooting for him.
yeah,
I appreciate that about a character.
yeah. I agree.
Sir, I am seeing S's all down the board for
Yeah, it's tough to.
GLC.
It's very tough to argue with that. They are the police of the universe.
Oh, Jarrett said C. Everybody's saying S, but Jarrett says C. Oh, that knocks it out to an automatic D.
All right, yeah. I mean, GLC is a pretty easy one. This one's gonna be interesting, I think. Justice League Dark. This is the new 52 iteration, though. So we're
You
talking
already
John.
know where I'm at on it.
Yeah, I mean, where we're both at, I think. So this is Zatanna, Deadman, Black Orchid, John Constantine. God, who else was involved at this time? Swamp Thing, I think, came into the mix a little
Yep.
bit, and
Yep.
Frankenstein.
Yep.
I mean, dude, it doesn't get better than that when it comes to supernatural
Yep. I
comic
am an
characters.
S all the
Yeah,
way. Not only that, but the story was good. The writing was good.
yeah,
It was a really fun title. And there's some characters that I wasn't super familiar with prior to, like Black Orchid, for instance.
mm-hmm.
But by the time you get done reading it, you're like, oh man, these are fun characters. Like I
Yeah.
really, really love it. Like I wasn't very familiar with Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, until I read Justice League Dark, and then it got me more intrigued. And I'm like, I want to read more Frankenstein. Like this is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was incredible. I think that was like when Jeff Lemire also was starting his DC domination, I guess I'll call it. I don't know.
DC domination.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone is saying S plus,
S
A,
plus, yeah.
C.
C.
They
That's
said it
just
says
a
that they are
troll.
great individual characters, but the team is an abomination.
What?
Poppycock. They already did make a movie. They made a Justice League Dark movie, for Pete's sake.
The dysfunctionality of a team sometime adds to their
S S
charm.
S A or S or A. So, dude, S is everyone is in agreement.
It's a
Well, not
slippery day.
everyone, but the majority is in agreement.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on to the next one, which I have actually realized now that I mislabeled. This is Justice League United, actually. Fun fact, they started off as Justice League Canada and then eventually became Justice League United, also written by Jeff Lemire. The run only ran for 19 issues, but the team was composed of Adam Strange, Animal Man, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, Equinox, who was a new Native American character. Etrigan, Green Arrow. This was like this. I don't know. I haven't read the full run, but there's all these characters, I guess, that came in and out of the team. Green Arrow, Hawkman, Katana, Martian Manhunter, Mara. I mean,
Dude,
Poison Ivy, Robot
that's just
Man.
a who's
This is
who.
silly. But on the front,
That sounds like the first season of Batman Brave and the Bold, where like
well,
each week he
okay,
teams up with a different character.
right. Well, okay. Well, on the cover of the issue number 0, you have Martian Manhunter, okay, Animal Man, Adam Strange, Supergirl, Green Arrow, this new Equinox character, and Stargirl.
That team up just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's a potpourri. It's a potpourri of characters.
Yeah. Again, some badass individuals, but no,
Right.
that team doesn't even make like how or why would that team even come together?
It's very bizarre. I mean, something's
They're not
happened
even
in
from
Canada.
Canada. Why? How is that Justice
How
League
dare
Canada?
you? Yeah, I guess. All right, I guess. Well, we had to put something in the D tier.
Yeah,
Right,
I say
so
throw them in the D tier.
walk the plank, Justice League United. Disassemble.
Justice League disassemble.
Disassembled. Disunited. Ununited. All right, next up we've got the new 52 Justice League. All right, so we're talking sexy Aquaman. All right, we're talking about Calvin Klein model Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hal Jordan, Cyborg, Shazam. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, took down Darkseid.
Shazam wasn't in it, was he?
Yeah. He was in
I
it.
don't remember that.
I mean, he joins like midway through. They did like the origin of Billy Batson for like the
Oh,
first dozen issues as backups.
I remember.
I mean, dude, like in terms of stories, you've got the incredible run by Jeff Johns. I mean, undeniably one of an unbelievable Justice League run. And I mean, the team in terms of firepower and coordination, granted, they had some beefs between each other with things like, the Throne of Atlantis. Aquaman sort of took him for a little bit of a spin. But I think they had pretty good, teamwork throughout the entire run. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, this book absolutely. This is one of the titles actually that made me start to fall in love with DC, because like I've said multiple times, I was a big Marvel guy, like pretty much my whole life, aside from Batman. And so first I had a buddy that tried to convince me to read Aquaman New 52, and I was like, I'm not reading an Aquaman book. And he's like, dude, just do it. It's really good. You'll enjoy it. And this was right around, there's only like 3 issues out. So there's only like 3 issues of Justice League out too. And so I read those of Aquaman. I went, holy shit, this is amazing. And he goes, if you think that's dope, you need to read Justice League. Like in the very first like 2 issues, the guy controls sharks. And I was like, what? So I started reading it and I absolutely loved it. I thought I bought it monthly when it was coming out. For the longest time, I don't think I got all the issues, but I did collect quite a few of them. No, I was a big fan of Justice League New 52. Yeah. That was a really great title.
Great team. Yeah, and I should also mention, I think I forgot to say that, of course, Barry Allen Flash as well on the team.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's, very easily an S tier team, in my opinion. It's I think there's more of a question of what Justice League team is not an S or A tier team.
Well, obviously Justice League Canada.
Well, right. Yeah. That's what, yeah. Well, I mean, aside from that one, it's United now at this point. It's
yeah,
United.
No, I gotta go. I'll agree with S on that one. Like I said, that was one of the titles that made me fall in love with DC as a whole.
Or should we do this just for the sake of once again shaking things up and doing it a different way? Should we only let one of the Justice League teams be an S tier? JLA, the Morrison era.
Oh, fuck.
Or the Johns Justice League. Okay, so we
all right, fair enough. Let's shake it up. One gets an A, one gets an S.
Yes,
which wins which?
So we talked about the Johns one. Once again, it's beautiful Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Hal Jordan, Green Arrow, Cyborg, Shazam, and Barry Allen Flash. JLA Morrison. Did I say Wonder Woman as well? Wonder Woman's in there too. These teams are massive. With
Mhm.
Morrison's JLA, we've got Superman. Starting off with the
The
Flow
electric blue.
Superman, the Electric Blue, and the long hair Superman. You've got Wally West Flash, right? Pretty sure it's Wally West.
Mhm.
Should be Wally West. Kyle Rayner
Yes,
Green
Wally.
Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. Don't know if I said her name. Batman,
And the most fiercest fucking Aquaman that's ever lived.
and Aquaman with the hook arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aquaman with the hook arm. I'm not going to include Steel joins the team and
He
Plastic
plays
Man
a
joins the
pretty
team.
big part, though.
Maybe
That's
we
the
should
thing. They
include him. Yeah,
do. Plastic Man plays a pretty big role as well.
yeah. So does a Connor when he joins Green Arrow. I mean,
Yep.
there's a
I
lot of
mean, okay, so it's
folks that
ever
join.
evolving, but you get the
Right, right.
idea.
Yeah,
So I just recently had this run bound. And don't forget, shortly after Grant Morrison, you have Mark Wade.
right,
And then
right.
after
Yep.
Mark
Yeah,
Wade,
yeah.
you've got like Joe Kelly. You've
Right.
got you've got all these other great writers. Like that is an epic 125 issue run. That is massive.
Yeah.
And it's great. Rock of Ages.
Oh my god, it's so tough.
Some of the greatest probably historical arcs in the history of the JLA.
I mean, yeah, Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel, Rock of Ages. I mean, fuck, man.
Mm.
I gotta go 90s JLA as an S all the way. They beat New 52's ass.
Yeah.
You have Peter David era Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you know what the biggest difference for me though is, man, like Martian Manhunter is Justice League. If he's not
yes.
involved, it just doesn't feel 100% the same to me.
Yeah, he's like their glue that holds them
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Um,
I love that dude. So I love that character so much.
yes, he is such an amazing character and he loves his Oreos.
And dude, having I like Hal Jordan as a Green Lantern, but Kyle Rayner, man, with the crazy things he creates,
It's because
so
he's
much
an
more fun.
artist.
Yeah, so much more
Well,
fun.
yeah, no, I gotta go 90s. It's gotta be an S all the way.
I'm almost scared to look at the comments, see what people think. They might think
A lot of S's. Yes, JLA Morrison is my
yeah.
favorite. JLA Morrison is overpowered. JLA Morrison is off the charts. Rock of Ages is legendary.
Yeah.
Michael says
decided.
Mark Wade boo, but no, that's no
Right.
bueno. Yeah, dude. So that was really good. And then someone did comment though that why didn't we conclude JLI? The DeMatteis, Giffen,
I should have.
JLI.
I
Yeah,
should have.
they're mad
I'm
that
sorry.
you didn't include JLI, man.
I'm sorry, guys. I really screwed the pooch, and you know what? I'll do better next time.
You fucking better.
I'm really sorry. Well, where would we put JLI? Let's just do it.
JLA is an S.
JLI.
Oh,
If you were to do
JLI.
JLI, yeah, if you were to toss
It would
in
have to. Well, if we
JLI
can only do one as an S, it would have to be an A.
right. Well, I mean, JLI is, I just meant between the two Justice Leagues, we should do only one as an S. I don't think it's if you had a J. I mean, I guess yeah, you'd have to do JLI relative to these. Do you think JLI is an A level team?
Oh, for sure, dude.
I
It's
think so too.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they get
it is hilarious.
they're a fun
Batman
team.
knocks out Guy Gardner. Like, come on.
They're a fun team. Yeah, I also didn't include like Justice League 3000. I just didn't want this to be like a Justice League ranking chart either. I think I want to say there's a maximum tier maker gave, but I might be lying.
Yeah, no, I think
Anyway,
there is.
JSA is the next team. This is like it's kind of weird because this team, to say the other teams we've spoken about are massive, like JSA is just like a party. Like everyone's part of the JSA at one point. I mean, but you've got Hawkman, you've got the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. You've got Jay Garrick,
The Spectre.
the Spectre. You've got the Atom. What's his name? Wildcat, Sandman. Not Dream, but the other Sandman with the gun and all
With
that.
the gun.
I think that's like the sort of main, with Jeff Johns, you get to see Hawkgirl, and Stargirl comes in as well, because Starman was part of the JSA as well. That's right. Lightning Bolt, who's fantastic, man. The JSA is such a sick team, dude. I love the JSA, because there are it's weird, because there are two eras of JSA. There's the golden age JSA, and then there's the modern Johns JSA, where everyone's like, it's more legacy based.
JSA is one of those books where on paper you show me who's part of the team and I go, that doesn't sound interesting at all.
Right.
But then your friend goes, no, man, like you just need to read it. And then you go, no, I really don't. And then you do, and you go, oh shit, this is fantastic. Like this team should not work as well as it does, but it does.
Yeah. Tough choice. Does it get up to the S tier? I don't know.
I mean, it does got my boy the Spectre in it. Yeah, Paul's asking a good question. Would anyone have liked JSA if Johns hadn't put his magic on it? Well, because in the beginning, it's David Goyer and James Robinson.
Right.
And I would say those were fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. But I think once Johns took over, it sort of went to another atmosphere with those characters.
I agree. Well, with Johns, I think the legacy is what took it to the next level for me. Because I don't think they were focusing more on like the original JSA cast before Johns came on, and then he's like, well, I kind of want this Stargirl character, and I'm gonna bring in like this new guy's gonna have Lightning Bolt. Jakeem, I think is his name. Like all this new stuff was introduced when Johns jumped in. But yeah, I agree. I think there's a valid point there. Would the JSA have stood the test of time without Johns?
I'd go A.
I'd go A. Yeah, I don't think it gets up to the S.
Because, I mean, let's be real. What books are still being printed right now? Justice League. What books are not being printed right now? JSA.
It's true.
Like, there hasn't been a JSA title in a long time.
It's true. Well, we've got another double header here. We're looking at Red Hood teaming up with it's a Red Hood threesome in both scenarios. One is with Starfire and Red Arrow. The other is with Bizarro and Artemis.
Okay, so you're talking about New 52 and versus Rebirth.
Yeah, not versus, but yeah, both versions of it. I don't know why I did this. I must have just been stoned out of my mind or something when I made this list, and I was like, this Red Hood artwork is so cool. So, I mean, everyone loves Red Hood, but we got to talk about the team. The trio, the three Musketeers.
I'd go. This is just me. Yeah. I would go. New 52. I would probably go. Fuck. I like New 52 better than Rebirth.
Really?
Yeah, like I like the characters more. Like Bizarro's fun, but it's like we've seen it with Clayface. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay.
Where they're the bad guy comes like this quirky good guy. Like we saw that with Clayface already.
You're good with two Reds on a team, though. I mean, what are we talking about here?
But there was a lot of the tension between Starfire and Red Hood, and there was, I don't know. I personally like, just me, I like New 52 better than Rebirth.
What does that mean for the rankings, though? What would you have put a New 52?
I'd go A, B.
A, B. Interesting.
A, B. I think that's what I would. Let's see what other people are saying. A or S. Rebirth is S. New 52 Red Hood to me gets the top letter. Big Red Hood fan. Roca Force. I don't know what Roca Force is.
Interesting. Roca Force. I don't either.
But yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, that's me. Nobody else is really commenting, but that's me. Where would you go?
Man, I for me, I would have given Rebirth a B and New 52 a C.
Oh, sir. Oh,
I'm
Kenneth
coming in a little
Rocafort.
low. Oh, Rockefeller,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Red Hood, wasn't he the Joker? What's he doing on a hero team? I'm so confused. Old man tired, need a nap.
I don't know. We can so
Okay,
what
so
are we
now realistically is New 52 Red Rebirth, Red Hood stuff still worth reading. There's debate about it because of Lobdell, Scott Lobdell. We've interviewed him. He's an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Very, very crass, doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
And so due to some of the controversy surrounding him, Jarrett was asking if it's still worth reading. I mean,
What's the
my
controversy with
opinion, yeah.
with Scott? What's the controversy? I didn't know anything.
I don't remember
He just said
what it
something
was
naughty.
now. It's he's just
He's
I
just being
mean, you've
himself. Yeah.
interviewed him. You know what
Yeah,
he was like in the interview. He's a
he's a
different fellow.
he's a
He
pirate.
does not give a shit what he says or who it offends.
It's true.
I mean,
All right. I'm doing an executive command on this shit.
all right, what are you doing?
Ha ha ha. I gave Rebirth a B and New 52 a C.
All right, I'll accept it.
Come at me, people, because I want to.
Sexual
Oh, it's a
harassment
biggie.
allegations against
Ooh,
Lobdell.
that's no good.
And then DC booted him from the book.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That all adds up. I could see him doing that though.
Yeah, I could see him being a creeper.
I feel like John Wesley Shipp molested me that day.
He did, but you enjoyed it.
I did. Yeah, I had my
You
mouth open the
did,
whole
but
time.
you enjoyed it, sir.
Yeah. I'd do it all again in a heartbeat.
I'd watch it all again.
Man, to look like that guy at his age, that's a goal right there, man.
Yeah, that dude's got to be in his probably 60s, I would think.
Probably slinging dick. Next up, Red Lantern Corps. We're talking the Atrocitus-led team. I put this team in here because they're weird. They're an interesting team, right? Like
weird.
they're powerful, but they're also like literally their powering connects to their heart and it's their life. And you know, in the titles themselves, I mean, Guy Gardner was a Red Lantern at one point, Supergirl was a Red Lantern at one point. Like you see them build this strange camaraderie with these Red Lanterns who are also kind of just like mindlessly following their rage. But they're tanks too. Like Atrocitus is a savage. That dude is such a beast.
For me, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of longevity there. For me, I'd go C. There's just not enough longevity there to really.
I'll give you that, man.
One person commented B.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna roll with, but
so all right, go with B then.
Right,
I was just saying C just due to the fact that there's really not a lot out there. Like they're not really. I don't know. Like they're known, but they're not known. There's no current titles.
Well, then our next contender is going to be a straight up D class.
What is it?
That's what you're going by. It's Secret Six.
No. I will
Secret Six
fight
is not
this
that
one.
though.
No, I will fight this one tooth and fucking nail.
It's the exact same logic as Red Lantern.
No. Red Lantern. No. Okay. So yes, there's not a lot of like longevity there, but I will read and reread Secret Six like all the time. Where I will not reread Red Lantern Corps. Like it's not happening. There's a solo book I'm not gonna read. Secret Six though. I am rereading that shit. It is hilarious, especially like when you apply voices to like in your mind to like each character. and you start using Bane from fucking Harley Quinn, it makes the book 1,000 times funnier. Like, dude, I can't, man. Secret Six, like, for me personally, is an S, but I know nobody in their right mind will agree with me on that. So
Yeah, I'd give
I'll
them an
fight
A.
for the A. But Secret Six is badass, dude.
I love them. Hey, man, if anyone's
It's a
gonna
huge misfit. Like, that team again should not work, right? Like,
right,
there's no reason for that team
right,
to work the way that it does. Fucking Catman and Bane. I mean,
yeah.
come
So,
on.
so for
Like,
anyone who's unaware, the team is Catman, Deadshot, Bane, Ragdoll, R- Scandal Savage.
yes.
I think that's it, right? And
Yes.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Sweet team, fun team. But
Super fun team.
and the interesting thing about them is like they're all, rebels, I guess, in a way. They get along in that way, but the adventures this team goes on, oh my god. I mean, yeah, it's the fact that there's no omnibus for that Gail Simone run really pisses me off,
Yeah,
man.
I'm going to bind it. I just need to get,
Such a
there's a
good
couple
run.
tie-in issues I need to get, and then it's fantastic. I absolutely love that book. Ragdoll is
Oh my god.
something else. Like,
So
I
yeah.
wasn't very familiar with that character before reading Secret Six, and I went, "Whoa, this guy is like,
Dude, Maxwell Prince writing Secret Six. Imagine.
yes, please." That
Um,
would be fun.
yeah, I mean it's an amazing book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. One of the
Yeah.
best team books you'll read. And like the side of Bane that you get to see, like
You
sometimes
need
he's
a father figure.
yeah, Matt took the emotional scenes and he put that voice to them. He's like, this is a goofy shit show.
Yes, Evander, I would rank them above Red Lanterns all day long. I
This
will
is what
read and reread that Gail Simone run. There's so much, like, not only is it funny, but there's a ton of heart. There's a ton of emotional breaks and stuff in that book as well. Like, it's
so
very, very, very well done.
yeah, we need to remember we're ranking these also on a vibe level, right? So it's not just the power, because obviously the Red Lanterns would absolutely annihilate Secret Six without a
I don't
doubt.
know,
I don't
man.
think,
Catman, come on.
yeah, Catman really punched the shit out of those red constructs. Next up, we got Section 8. I mean, the
Section 8 is an S. Beator.
but we can't put Section 8 up with like the Bat family. I am Beethoven. Oh my god. Section 8 is the weird, crazy perversion that Garth Ennis and John McCrae came up with. The most absurd team of characters assembled in the DC universe.
Dog
Six
face
pack.
welder.
Yeah, six pack,
Dog welder.
dog welder, Baitor. I mean, just the
Beator.
just the most absurd set of characters. You know what it reminds me of? Whenever I'm reading the Section 8 comics, especially was it All Star Section 8? Incredible.
Yes. Yes.
That reminded me of like the Metalocalypse like cartoon. I don't know why, just like random things would happen. Like the Spectre shows up in issue 2, I think.
Yep.
I mean, just such a fantastic, fantastic series. And I mean, they're a terrible team, though. They're a terrible team.
Oh no, this is horrible, but they're entertaining as all get out. Super, super entertaining.
All right, so we'll go see. We'll put them at S just to like, I don't know, blow people's minds. Whoever's rewatching this at some
People that
point
are
in the
just
future.
skimming the video and not listening, they're like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
yeah. All right, I think we're coming up to a D level Sinestro Core. I mean, kind of a shit team, to be honest with you.
Yep, but they had a really memorable run.
They did. The Sinestro Corps War and everything that happened with Jeff Johns again. Jeff Johns, with his magic touch was fantastic. But I mean, as a team, I feel like everyone betrays everyone at one point in the Sinestro Corps. I mean, Sinestro's a dictator.
Yeah.
Would you give North Korea anything but a D, Matt? Would you?
What I
No, I'm kidding.
what?
I love Sinestro as a character, but I think the Sinestro Corps is honestly kind of a mediocre team. As a vibe, I just don't vibe with them. What do you think?
I would agree with you 100%, but I might have to go B just because of they're so they have such a memorable story arc.
All right. All right. We'll put
They
them
get
right
the
next to
bump.
the Red
They get the
Lantern.
bump.
But see this, look at this graph that we've got going right now. You know what this shows me? We're optimistic. We're we're very optimistic. We don't want to shit on things.
Yeah, except for Justice League Canada,
Yeah, get it out of here. I don't
because
even
they're
want it on the
from
graph.
Canada.
Eh? Yeah, it
I'm
had
in
Martian Manhunter riding a
Delaware.
moose. Wild series, man. Next up, third to last, The Authority.
Okay,
do,
I'm
do, do,
torn on
do,
this one.
do.
Yeah, I'm torn because those first, what is it, 12 issues, or was it the first 12 or first 24?
Yeah, it's the first
First
12.
12, right? Were absolutely
I
mind-blowing.
agree.
And
You know
then
what? I think you might
it
be right.
kind of dropped off a little bit, and then it finished strong. But that first 12, it's like you ramp up, you're like, this is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing. And then you're like, it's all downhill from here. Like it hit its peak at 12.
I agree in terms of the run itself, but can we just say that the team itself, like in terms of, all the things people have talked about with like teamwork and stuff, do teams get along? I mean, if anyone is a powerhouse of a team, it's the Authority. Like the coordination that team has and like some of the things that they handle within like even those 12 issues, they handle an alternate dimension invading the regular I mean it's just crazy what they handle and how efficiently what 6 of them do it. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're talking about the Authority that is Jenny Sparks, Midnighter Apollo, the Engineer, which is Angela Spica, Swift, and Jack Hawksmore. I think that's
I'm
everyone.
glad you remembered all those names
And the
because I sure as
Doctor.
the hell did not remember them.
And the Doctor. Honestly, it was I kind of thought I lost a bunch of them, but they came back. And the Doctor as well, who's awesome. We'll go A though. I agree with you. I think the Ellis stuff is like pure brilliance. Like that's just peak the Authority. I mean, he he created the Authority after Stormwatch, so it makes sense that he like peaked it out there. It was like his climax, as it were, with the
Mm-hmm.
run. And then Mark Millar came. It was okay, and then it wasn't as good, but I still think it's okay. I think it's more than readable. All right, we're gonna finish this off and then get to chatting with I guess commenters, because I feel like I don't know, I kind of want to know what like people are reading now. I want to figure out new series to read. But Teen Titans, we've got the classic stuff, the Marv Wolfman stuff versus the Jeff Johns team. So I'll list out the characters. The Marv Wolfman characters, you've got Starfire, Raven, Wonder Girl, but it's the brunette chick. I forget her name. Diane, not Diana. Whatever. You people know. Beast Boy. You've got Dick Grayson, Robin, Wally West, Kid Flash, and Cyborg. Cyborg, of course. And then you've got with the Jeff Johns stuff, you've got Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, Lizard,
Donna. God,
Donna Troy.
that was
Donna
gonna bug
Troy,
the shit out
that's
of me
it.
too. I'm like sitting here going, fuck, what was it? I
Yeah.
was drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Donna Troy.
Donna Troy. And then with the Jeff Johns team, you've got Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, consistent, Beast Boy as well, Changeling, whatever, consistent. But you've got Tim Drake, Robin. You've
Mm-hmm.
got Bart Allen, Kid Flash. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've got Connor Kent, Superboy as well in the mix now. And you've got Cassie. Wonder Girl, the blonde one. Someone's gonna know it. God, I'm such a misogynist pig.
Well, while you're thinking of it, Amazing Asian, we got to do it because he paid for it. $5 to us from Amazing Asian.
All right, I'll take it
Mr.
out.
Mr. Mike himself. Thank you, sir. We
Thank
greatly
you, sir.
appreciate you. We miss you too, man.
Miss you too,
That was
yeah.
very appreciative. We appreciate you.
I miss doing these live streams. It's a fun time. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up, I guess. Did someone let us know maybe?
No, everyone's just saying Wolfman all the way.
All right, well,
and
enough.
why are we not talking about Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Listen, there's a finite number of teams that I could put on here, damn it. We could do this for multiple other teams. I'm sorry, everyone. We can talk about Suicide Squad real quick though. Okay, so people are saying Wolfman all the way. Does anyone think it's S class stuff? No chance. Right?
One says as. Okay, yeah, people are saying yes.
Wow. Jeff Johns. I think I would go B on Jeff Johns, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not one that you really hear people ever saying like, "Oh, you need to read this again." It's one of those like, "You need to read it once, and that was a lot of fun. Now I'm good."
It also fell off pretty quickly. I thought it had a very strong start and then fell off pretty quickly. All right, well, we'll do Suicide Squad, but it's like Suicide Squad is like 55 iterations.
So here's what we do: we rank it based on the latest team up in the Suicide Squad 2 James Gunn movie.
Wow.
So you're ranking it on Polka Dot Man, Rick Flag, King Shark, Harley,
Orion. I'm kidding. Peacemaker or whatever.
Peacemaker, and God, Idris Elba's character looks like Deadshot, but he's not. Fuck, I don't remember Idris Elba's character's name now. So basing it on that, I'm assuming you probably haven't even seen the movie, have you?
I haven't seen it, no, of course not.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
So basing it off of that team up, I give them a D. No, I don't know, man. I've never been a big Suicide Squad fan, to be honest with you. Like, they've never been a team that appealed to me. So, I'm not really. Bloodsport. That's his name. Bloodsport.
I can't believe I didn't do presentation mode this whole time. I'm a disgusting pig.
It's fine. We still love you. But yeah.
This is it.
I don't know, man. I think I'd have to go D. And I will say, and I tweeted this as well. The one thing that bummed me out more than anything in the new Suicide, and this is no spoilers, and the Suicide Squad movie, like the new one, was that Ron Funches did not do the voice of King Shark.
Yeah. It's a bummer, man.
I don't like the way they portrayed King Shark. Like the way he was drawn and with CGI. Like he looked great, but I didn't like the overall take on the character.
Well, are you gonna like a serious Bane in the future? I mean, what's gonna happen here? Are you gonna read like City of Bane by Tom King and David Finch with like that stupid Harley Quinn Bane voice in your head?
I very well may, but that's beside the point. It's not even just that though. It's that it doesn't even necessarily. I love Ron Funches. He'll always be King Shark to me, but it didn't even have to be that silly. It was just the way they did make him. They made him dumb,
right?
Like he talks like worse than a 1-year-old. You know what I mean?
He's supposed to.
Like he just doesn't really talk.
He's a shark.
He's a fucking. I don't care if he's a shark. He's a fucking human hybrid. Not a human, maybe, but he's like a walking, talking, anthropomorphic shark. Like he should be able to fucking talk.
Has Aquaman ever encountered him?
I don't know, but I like Ron Funches.
I like Ron Funches too.
Yeah,
he's got a nice voice.
Way too funny. Like, I'm gonna check your laptop. Like, I just love the way that Ron Funches. Like, I love Ron Funches. I even tweeted. I was really hoping that he would see it and be like, yeah. But he never liked it or anything. Damn. So I don't even know if he ever saw it.
Damn. Man, I
But
see a lot of new names in the comments. Wow, it's very
yeah,
cool.
man, we have some
Tony
noobs to
Evander,
the live show.
welcome everyone. Anyone here? I kind of mentioned this at the start of the live stream. Maybe it got lost in the mix, but what are folks reading? Any new series that have been coming out that are really tickling the right spot? Please let us know. I'm very curious.
Yeah, let's see.
I need to start building up my next set of binds. Right now, what I'm planning to do is a little like image anthology, because I started buying when single issues. I started buying single issues for um, Family Tree as it was coming out. Jeff Lemire, Phil Hester story wound up being 12 issues. Okay, I was buying Decorum single issues as they were coming out. Wound up being an 8-issue mini. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to make an anthology with these two and just cram them into one bind because this is dumb. And they're both getting oversized hardcovers. It's so stupid. Can't win sometimes.
But it'll be personal. It'll be yours.
It'll be mine. And I can
It'll
pet
be
it.
yours.
All right.
Ryan Blue Thunder. Let me throw some shit up here. Ryan Blue Thunder, not new, but I just picked up the first 10 volumes of Eerie Archives and read through the first time. Great stuff. Are those the new trade paperbacks that they are releasing, or is that is those the hardcovers? I really wanted to get the Tales from the Crypt hardcovers, but they're way expensive. I can't afford those. Gabriel, what's up, my man? Batman 89. Oh, it did come out. I was waiting for it because I really wanted to read it. I know what I'm reading tonight.
Very nice. That's cool.
While we have Gabe up here, I wanted to show some stuff off. So,
yes.
Gabe has a wood burning shop, if you will. And I had said previously, I said, hey man, if you could do our logo, that would be awesome. I would really love if you do it. Like, I'll pay for it. And so he sent us a few things. Mike and I, we bought some stuff from him, and he sent us a few things here. So first, these are like the little magnet sized.
So cool.
So that's the magnet size. It has little magnets on the back so you can put on your fridge. So Mike and I each got one of those. And then here's more like a large, like a wall hanger type size.
Sweet.
I love that, right?
Good.
We got 2 of those. And then he threw in some gifts. These ones we didn't pay for. These ones were just cool ass surprises, and there's some different magnets here. So, and I love them both. I told Mike, I'm like, dude, I might steal both of these. No, I'll actually have to order more from Gabe because these are really cool. I love these.
So cool.
So first of all, we got a Spider-Man magnet here.
So cool.
And then we have the Batman symbol here.
Hell yeah.
Once
Man,
again,
that's
magnet.
awesome.
Yeah. So those came from our boy Gabe there. So much appreciated, Gabe.
Thank you very much, sir.
And if anybody else is looking for something, go hit him up on Instagram. His personal is Alf Lover 2005, but then in his profile on that one, you can get to his business one. And Gabe is only 16 years old, so he's a young buck just getting into the reading game.
Yeah.
And he did an amazing job on these. So thank you very much, sir.
Very excited to get that.
Yes, those are pretty. They've been sitting here on my desk, staying nice and crispy.
Hell yeah.
So
nice and crispy. Batman 89. Let me know how that is, man.
Yeah, I want to check out that.
Probably won't read
Batman
it,
#1. They're doing so when Tim Burton was still doing them, he was supposed to bring in some new character, and one of the new characters, he was supposed to make Billy D Two-Face, right? Billy D never got to be he was Harvey Dent, but he never got to be Two-Face. So in the future ones, he was supposed to be Two-Face. So in this one, they actually get a draw because it's a continuation from Batman Returns, and so it's a continuation, and he gets to do Billy D as Two-Face. They get to bring in Robin, which at the time, dude, fucking mindfuck of a trivia thing here, but at the time they were going to hire Marlon Wayans to be Robin.
Wow.
And, it would have been 94-ish, 95-ish, somewhere around in there. They were hired Marlon Wayans as Robin. So they get to
Wow.
draw a Marlon Wayans inspired version
That's
of
dope.
Robin in Batman 89.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, dude, it's really, really neat. I'm really excited to read it. I'm a big 89 fan, so I'm excited.
I guess one thing maybe both of us will be checking out is that Human Target book by Tom King
Yes,
and
Tom
Greg
King and Greg
Smallwood.
Smallwood.
What a
Anybody read that
team.
yet? Apparently, there's one issue out right now, and there's
I
a
think
second one
so.
coming.
Yeah.
And it's DC Black Label. I didn't even know that they were even doing Human Target. Human Target is not a book that I would have been like, ooh, I want to read. But the fact that it's Greg Smallwood, who we have met a handful of times and is really nice and always been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a small town guy too, not too far from where I live. And him, and then you got Tom King, who with Tom King's background, writing Human Target makes perfect sense. So I'm
Yeah.
really hopeful that it'll be really good. That's my hope.
Very exciting. A lot of good stuff coming out. It's all mini series though, you know?
You know, and they'll
We'll
just
see.
renumber everything.
Hell yeah.
Someone said, where'd it go? Stillwater was great. Where'd
The
it
water's
go?
great. Yeah. I still need to read Geiger.
Yep,
Man.
I saw that one too. Geiger's fantastic. I actually just read the latest issue of Geiger, not like last week, I think. Yeah, Geiger's phenomenal. Stillwater's great.
Yeah.
Both of those are really good. Geiger is like way better than I ever thought it would and or could be.
Wow.
Like
Jesus, man.
I
That's
had, granted, I had very low
okay.
expectations going into it because when I started reading, I knew absolutely nothing about it other than people said, read this book. Like that's all I knew. I knew nothing. And so when I read it, again, it's one of those books where I'm like, this doesn't sound very interesting. Like, how is this going to be a good book? Like, this sounds kind of stupid. And by the end of issue 1, I was beyond hooked. I was like, oh,
Nice.
you son of a bitch. You got me hook, line, and sinker.
That's what you want.
So, dude, Geiger is fantastic. I think there's 5, 6 issues out. You got to check it out,
I
man.
think that's all they're doing.
I hope not, because it's really good.
I think that's all they're
I can tell you
doing.
right now, the latest issue that I just read, it wasn't finished. Like there's definitely more
Okay.
coming. So I
Interesting.
don't know how much more, but there's definitely more from the one I read.
Out on Substack.
Out on Substack. Hey, it's Kristoff. What's up, man?
What up?
I need to find his shirt. He asked me like 4 weeks ago if I'd take a picture of it, and I go, of like wearing it. I go, yeah, man, for sure. I haven't been able to. It's in my closet somewhere, and I haven't been able to locate it.
Yeah. I took some photos for him while I was downtown.
Yeah, I need to find it. That's the problem. It's in my closet, and I thought it was hanging up. But my
Love that
daughter
shirt,
wears
man.
my shirts. My daughter will steal my T-shirts sometimes and like wear them as like nighttime shirts.
Yeah.
And so then when she does that, some of my shirts end up like in her laundry, and I never see them again. So I have to like go through her clothes sometimes to try to find my shirts. So I'm under the impression that she probably wore it one night to bed, and I just haven't seen it. Let's see. Gabe wants to read Batman 89. Death of Captain America Omni came out recently. That is true. The reprint there. For those that are wondering, the business name, Wooden, West Virginia. Wooden, West Virginia. Great prices too. I think honestly for a wall hanger and a magnet, it was like $15 total. Like it wasn't a lot of money or anything. So
yeah,
he's at fair prices, cool stuff. Go support a small kid trying to make it in the mean world today, filling him with everything he's got.
Just burning wood.
Burning wood.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, Paul says no, Geiger's ongoing.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it fucking better not be. It definitely felt ongoing. We got another $5.
Damn.
Speaking of Batman, where is a good place to start reading if I want to go through the origin and not read the goofy 1940s stories?
There's a gentleman. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you were going to say.
I mean, it's for me, it just go to Frank Miller, read Year One, Batman Year One. That's it. That's a great place to get the origin. Or I've said this before, read the New 52 run which Matt
No.
disagrees with, but I'd say
I mean,
read the
not that
New
it's bad,
52
but
run.
it's not better.
You get year 0. It's great.
Year 1 is awesome. Batman in the 70s had some great runs with Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil that are just epic Batman runs. The early-ish to mid 80s were fun. They kind of went back to that more kookiness, but it wasn't goofy like the 40s goofy, but it was definitely like, oh, Two-Face only does crimes that involve the number 2. So if 2 times 2 equals those kinds of stories, but they were fun. I'm not knocking them. I had a fantastic time reading them. Okay. That was probably like 84, 85 era of Batman. And then when it was before year 1, I'm pretty sure it was before year 1 where Death in the Family, I'm pretty sure it happened right before year 1
Yeah.
because Jim Starlin came on and did Death in the Family. And that's when the book went from being like quirky, like I'm Two-Face and I only do crimes with 2 and I'm Mr. Freeze. It's like it went from that to dark. Like Jim Starlin took that book to a very dark place. And it never came out of it. After that, people were like, oh, people like this darkness stuff. So they kind of continued that sort of trend going forward. But so yeah, Death in the Family. I would start with Death in the Family, and then and then later on, shortly thereafter, you get into year 1 and that kind of stuff, and you'll progress from there.
People mention Long Halloween. I think that's a good one too.
Long Halloween is an amazing title. It just depends on how you want to read Batman, I guess. Like, do you want to jump around a lot? Because there's a lot of excellent like story arcs. Like, I love Nightfall. A lot of people say it's very 90s-ish and it doesn't hold up to today. That may be for some. I loved it though. There's No Man's Land. There's, the New 52. Yes. There's Rebirth. I like Tom King's Batman. A lot of people didn't. But I did.
It'd be tough for a new reader, I think. I don't know.
Tom King's Batman?
Yeah, it'd be a little weird. Because he just writes comics weird. He just writes comics a bit different. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of good Batman stuff. The thing with Batman is everyone knows. I don't know. I want to meet people who don't know Batman's origin, I guess.
Well, that's the thing with the movies and everything else today.
Yeah. I feel like Batman's one of those characters you can just jump into and eventually at one point, if you read like 20 issues of Batman, you'll see his origin at one point. Because
that's true. There's a lot of flashbacks or mentions
or if you want to get really crazy, read New 52 Batman and Robin. That's a great way to get to know Batman.
Yeah, no, Batman. Oh, well, here's how that you definitely want to know more Batman, but Batman and Robin by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason is a phenomenal book, but you definitely want to know a lot about Batman before going into that one. You could always Wikipedia stuff too if you didn't know. Like I've had to do that before, but no, that was a really good book.
Yeah,
that was a really good book. That one made me cry, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Paul mentioned Batman Earth 1 is a cool alternate origin story. I agree. It's got a lot of similar themes, but slightly different. Yeah.
God, it's going so fast I can't click on them.
I mean, this is like what.
Do you know what my people have called this past year? The Long Halloween.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. It's very ominous.
Love the stuffy though, guys. I don't really know Batman that well, and I'm blown away by how cool it is. Oh, dude, Batman's epic.
Yeah, there's so much awesome Batman.
He said he's gonna start with the dark stuff, but I'll start from Death in the Family and Long Halloween. Yeah, good options in my opinion.
Yeah.
Those are great. No, man, I'm actually really excited because tomorrow, I'm hoping to get a new Batman tattoo. Well, I won't get the tattoo tomorrow, but I'll get it set up to get. So I've got one Batman tattoo currently, but I'm looking at doing a full sleeve. So this arm, as you guys can see, it's just outlines and line work and stuff, right? I got all that done, I don't know, man, over a decade ago. It was before I met my wife. like right before I met my wife. I was like, I'm gonna start a sleeve, and then I met my wife and adopted my son and blah blah blah. Long story short, money kind of went out the window. Once you have a family, right? You have kids, money's non-existent. So I never got my sleeve worked on or finished or anything, and it's been like over a decade now. And I reached out to the artist that did it originally, and he's still around. And I just said, look, man, if we have to finish the door, because right now it's a koi fish going up into a dragon. It's a really cool design, don't get me wrong. But the only reason, to be completely honest, the only reason why I picked it is because at the time, like a decade ago, it was like the cool thing to do, right? You're like, oh, koi fish and dragons are cool. It was like a trend. Like, it's still a cool meaning. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the Japanese culture. It was a really amazing thing, but a lot of people are getting it because it was a cool trend.
Right.
And it does have a cool meaning behind it. It's about change and growth and all that stuff. But I was just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, if we have to finish it off as that, that's fine. I'm perfectly content with it. I'll be super stoked to get it finished, and it'll make me feel good, and I'll be happy and everything else. I said, but if at all possible, we can do a cover up. I would love to get a full-on Batman and Batman like character sleeve from shoulder to wrist. And so he said, yeah, man, swing in and I'll have to look at it and stuff, but we might be able to do that. So I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get a Batman sleeve really soon.
Yeah, you should do like a Bat Family human caterpillar sleeve. That'd be sick, man. No one has
Batman
that
human
tattoo.
caterpillar sleeve? I don't think so, bud. I don't think so.
What's wrong with that?
No,
yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's awesome.
I'm hopeful. We'll see. We'll see
if-
what happens. I'm hopeful though, but I think if he could
Yeah.
do it, I would be in heaven if he could do a full-on Batman sleeve.
That's dope.
I would love it if he could do it in color, but if it has to be black and gray because of cover up, that's fine. I get it. I was a dork. That's cool. Or if I just have to rock a koi and dragon, that's cool too. I'll just make sure it's really brightly colored to make it vivid and pop.
Dude, get him to do like a Batman with chopsticks, just like trying to catch the fish and the koi and the dragon as
Have
if they're
Batman and
sushi or
Joker
something.
coming over my shoulders with chops.
Yeah, just trying to grab them for food, for sustenance.
Yeah. So no, man, we'll see. I'm super
awesome.
jazzed though. I really
Yeah.
hope that he can make it happen and I can go Batman. That'll make my
Yeah,
wife
man.
happier too. My wife hates what I got currently.
Yeah, just lines. You look like a bouncer at a strip club with those just like the lines.
Like a prison tattoo or what?
No, just like a bouncer at a strip club. Like they felt like they had to get a tattoo, but it was just a time where people were getting tattoos, and you just got that design. It's like I have friends who got like I think barbed wire tattoos or something.
Oh
to
yeah, dude,
cover
that was
those
big
up.
back like in like the mid to late 90s. That was a
Yeah.
huge thing back then.
Yeah, so they had to get those covered up. I mean,
I almost got a barbed wire tattoo once back then.
Damn.
I was like, no, I'm gonna go something else. Instead, I went tribal. Like that was gonna be any fucking
Nice.
cooler 20 years later.
It's a tough thing to choose, man.
But no, yeah, dude, I'm 39 now. I wish I would have been a lot more intelligent when I was like 17, 18, 19, because that's when I got the majority of my tattoos.
But now you have the stories.
I wish I would have been thinking a little more clearly. I would have done things a lot differently.
Well,
but it is what it is.
It's what it is, man.
You reap what you sow.
Now they'll be able to just 3D print you new skin soon enough. And they'll be like, don't worry about your tattoo. Here's some new skin.
Yeah, there you go. Favorite Batman characters? For me, other than Batman, of course.
Alfred all day.
Yeah, Alfred. Alfred can be a lot of fun, and he's a really humanizing character, to be honest.
Yeah.
If Alfred, like, I'm really bummed right now reading. I don't know how much I can spoil. I mean, it's been a year, but current Batman, let's just say Alfred's not involved, and it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, Alfred's up there for sure.
Yeah, no, but I love Two-Face. Obviously the Joker, right? Like if you're a Batman fan, you love the Joker. I love the Riddler.
Yeah.
And I love Sub-Zero and I love Two-Face. Like those are like my 4 or 5. Bane's really cool too. I'm starting to like Bane more, but like my childhood my childhood favorites are Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, Riddler, and Joker.
Yeah.
Like those are my
Yeah.
childhood four.
I mean, it's tough to beat those kids. Those are such classic characters.
Yep.
Penguin's had some decent moments as well.
I enjoyed Penguin back in Batman 66. Like when Burgess Meredith was Penguin and he's like, "Rah!" like, wah, wah, wah. Like I liked Penguin back then because that's kind of what I grew up with. So when I saw him in the comics and like when I saw like Batman Returns and it was Danny DeVito, like that shit scared me, dude. But I
Right.
know that's what they were kind of going for because that's not Burgess Meredith. That's not the Penguin I grew up with. You know what I mean?
If I had to on a
Did I
serious
say
note,
Sub-Zero?
you did, yeah. I caught
Oh
that
fuck,
too.
dude! I was
That's
at
all
Mr.
right.
Freeze.
You then corrected yourself.
Someone
and
said
Mr. Freeze.
Sub-Zero, and I was like, oh,
Like,
fuck.
how do you have a YouTube channel?
No, dude, that's what you call being.
On a
Yeah.
serious note, though, Kite Man for sure, big time up there for
Hell
me.
yeah!
No, but Jim Gordon, you got to give a shout out to Jim Gordon. I mean,
I do, but I don't know, man. Like, I just read the Batgirl omnibus, right?
okay.
Finished it all off the other week, and it's like, how is he so fucking stupid? like without spoiling anything, how does he not know that his daughter is Batgirl? Like, come on. It's not like Kate Kane or where she wears a wig and, like, it's Batgirl's
I mean, it's all
hair.
ridiculous.
Like, how does he not know? He's supposed to be some great detective on the police force, yet he has no fucking idea that his daughter is Batgirl.
I can't believe you're talking shit about Jim Gordon right now, man. Is
I'm
everyone listening to this?
I'm not. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
how can
It's
he not
ridiculous,
know?
yeah.
It just blows my mind. Because
I mean,
he went through some shit in that Batgirl book, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Gail Simone put him through some shit. And you feel horrible for him as a character, but at the same time, like, come on, man, how do you not know? Or does he know?
Exactly.
Ooh.
And he's just keeping it holstered.
Jim Gordon was a badass in New 52, though.
He was.
He was an ultimate badass.
Yeah, he was great in the New 52. I mean, especially when he took over with the bat suit, the Bat Bunny.
Yep, the Bat Bunny.
The Bat Rabbit, whatever it was called. Yeah, Ra's al Ghul, definitely one of the coolest villains. Yeah, I mean, Ra's al Ghul's, that's a great character. Yeah, Batman's definitely got the best rogues gallery. I mean,
Gabriel says Scarecrow and Riddler. Scarecrow's cool if handled in the right way.
Yeah, Scarecrow's like fallen off a lot. He's just become like sort of a goofball character.
But like when they wrote him in, was it the first or second?
Well, I think
the
Tiny
first Arkham game, Batman
Arkham
Asylum.
Yeah.
I think
he was fantastic in those games.
They wrote him beautifully. Scarecrow was terrifying, and if whoever wrote those games could do something similar in the comics, dude, Scarecrow would be just a badass.
And I think Tynion is doing like a Fear City storyline or something, which focuses on it'll be Scarecrow oriented.
Yeah, instead of Bane City.
Instead of City of Bane, they're gonna do Fear State, is what Paul is saying. It's called Fear State. Hey, they gotta.
I'll check it out.
They gotta try new things. I mean, Tynion made that. What was it? Clown Killer, and what's that other chick's name? The new female character. She's not
Punchline.
Punchline. That's it. Yeah. I mean, they got to do new things now. We had the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls are a pretty cool villain, I must say. The whole like historical aspect they add to it is dope.
That I did appreciate it more the second read.
Yeah.
The first read I thought it was kind of dumb. The second read I did appreciate it more. I will give you that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Gabe, we did see the letter. I took a picture of it, sent it to Mike. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the con because we're both very far away from where you are, but we appreciate the invite, man. I think I saw some
100%.
pictures you had posted, so I hope you had fun while you were there.
Yeah, thank you very much for the letter. Yeah, I mean, being in Canada, it's not easy to go somewhere for a con with
He hasn't even been able to get to my house.
No,
to get his books.
they won't even let me shoot a load across the border now. I used to do that
Court
all the
of
time.
Owls is beautiful in absolute format.
I imagine. I need more Greg Capullo artwork in my life. Speaking of which, I got death metal. That's one of the binds that I got back.
Yeah, someone commented on YouTube. They're like, "How do you have a death
Oh.
metal omnibus?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, those are custom binds, dude."
Yeah. It's awesome. I mean the card stock sucks, but it's a small price to pay for
Oh, that's right. Those
just a little
covers.
boner popping up anytime you're reading. Truly.
Well, I mean, just trying to make it so you don't feel as awkward when you have your own and you're reading.
Right. Well, you gotta support your book somehow while you're reading it.
Most people have a little lap shelf.
Or
I
like
have
a
a
desk.
boner.
Yeah. It's a really thick one. It's almost like a
Big damn Sin City.
yeah. I saw that. I think Dark Horse is re-releasing the deluxe editions for Sin City again.
They
Fourth
are, and
printing.
they're also re-releasing Big Damn Sin City.
Damn! If you guys missed
But
out
they're
on it
not
before,
releasing them in like the slipcase library. They're not doing like the slipcase library editions. I don't think they'll ever do those again.
right. Yeah, those were
But they are
awesome the last
releasing
time.
like deluxe hardcovers, and then if I remember correctly, they're also reprinting Big Damn. Actually, speaking of, if Dark Horse, earlier on in it's way up top now, I'm not gonna go find it, but someone had asked, you know, some creator had been asking people to name their top 5 Dark Horse books to celebrate 35 years of Dark Horse.
Yeah.
And so they were asking, what are our 5 Dark
Ooh.
Horse books over the last 35 years?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think I got a top 5 though.
Yeah, what do you got?
I don't know if these are necessarily ranked in any order, but definitely in my top 5 Dark Horse books, I'd put Hellboy up there. Phenomenal series throughout. I would put the Goon up there as well, of course. Black freaking Hammer, definitely
Oh,
getting
I
up
forgot
there.
about Black Hammer.
I don't know, does Fear Agent still count as a Dark Horse comic? I guess not. I love Fear Agent though. If it doesn't count, it doesn't count. That's fine. I can try and think of something else. But Fear Agent was fantastic. I'm honestly just thinking of what library editions I've had over the years, because I mean that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I really love Department H as well by Matt Kint. It's a great time
I
too.
would excuse me. I would say the Goon is my all-time number 1.
Yeah.
That one is all-time number 1.
Like, I'm sure a bunch of the other Mignolaverse stuff is fantastic, like Baltimore Witchfinder,
Oh yeah,
BPRD is great as well.
BPRD.
I
Yeah.
haven't read all of Ether yet, but I imagine that's,
Ether is up there for me in the top 5 after I finished it. Holy shit, is that book good?
yeah.
I would throw Ether up there. I would throw Sin City up there. Let's see, Sin City, the Goon,
Sin City,
Ether.
yeah. Oh my God, of course.
Yeah, I'll do Hellboy, obviously. I think you'd be weird not to do Hellboy. And then for a 5th one, I would have to say probably The Mask.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever read The
I
Mask?
haven't read it, no.
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movies.
It is nothing like the book.
Really?
The book is dark.
Oh.
Like the book was not meant for children. Like the movie was meant for children with some adult humor in it,
Yeah.
The book was not meant for kids. It was very much like John Arcudi definitely was making it very much a adult oriented book.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah,
I'll have to check it out. I know they did like omnis for it, but I don't know if
they
it's
did
possible.
some trade paperback omnis.
don't know if it's possible to get anything in print from there anymore, though. If those are even available.
Hey, JT, what's up? Been a while,
What up,
man.
JT?
Hellboy for sure. Berserk is kind of cheating, but Dark Horse
True.
does distribute it.
It's true. Fair enough.
Gabe, yeah, man, sorry we couldn't make it out to West Virginia. Maybe someday. We'll see.
Yeah.
The Neil Gaiman library is sweet too. Maybe doesn't count as a series though.
We can count it. I mean, who's holding us accountable here?
Yeah, obviously we're not holding ourselves accountable. Did you see that listing we did? I don't think we're holding ourselves accountable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dark Horse, they publish some really good stuff. They just I don't know, I feel like they're very dependent on a lot of other IPs. Like they had Aliens for a while, Star Wars
Predator,
for a while.
Time Cop, Barbed Wire.
Yeah.
No, you know who's really dependent upon IDPs? IDW.
IDW, yeah, IDW's
hardcore. But here's the kicker. When they get an IP, they do that shit right. Like IDW has some of the best books that are like based on your childhood. You know what I mean? Whether it be Ghostbusters, Transformers, G.I. Joe, TMNT, Back to the Future, Bill and Ted. I mean, what like they've done so many like what was the one? Escape from New York, I think, is one that they were doing. It's it's incredible. Like when IDW gets a hold of an IP,
I think as well.
They do amazing stuff. What?
Micronauts? Is that a thing? ROM,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought Micronauts was a thing, but I don't know. Maybe it was.
Yeah, Micronauts is a thing. I don't know who has the.
I think it's IDW.
They might have Micronauts. ROM was Marvel back in the day.
Back in the Disney, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if I wonder what Novas are up to in the Marvel universe right now. Takes me back.
Damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Actually, no, I don't know. One of the books I was reading off and on here is the New Warriors omnibus, and your boy Nova is obviously a primary character in that book. So I have been getting to see a little bit of him, but here's the kicker: it was written in the early '90s, so he's got like the belly shirt on and with the stomach showing, and
classic Dick Ryder.
He's a badass though.
Yeah. No mullet or anything.
And his helmet's red.
Oh wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was red. It's not like yellow or whatever like it is in the books now. I want to say it's red. I think I'm right. I think it's red.
I mean, yeah, it's more intense for it to be red. It's way more 90s for it to be red.
Yeah.
Make it intense.
Someone said Hard Boiled and Martha Washington were great Dark Horse comics.
Yeah, Martha Washington's great. So is Hard Boiled. Good Frank Miller books. Highly recommend this. I think there are some other.
Is the Aliens Omni from Marvel any good? We got it. Well, actually, it's Mike's. It's just at my house.
Yeah.
The artwork and everything in it is phenomenal. Like it looks stellar. There's like some prose in between some of the issues and things that like tie everything together, I guess. So from what I've heard, it's good. Neither one of us have really read it though, but I will say from flipping through it, the art is phenomenal.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I haven't read it. I plan to though. Once I have
Hey, Conroy, you said that lots of great stuff at all. I don't have an Ollie's anywhere close to me, but I know that somebody apparently had been finding the Moon Knight Omni at Ollie's for like $50. If that is true, can someone score me that? I'll pay for it. I'll pay for shipping. I'll pay for all that stuff. But that's way too good of a price to pass up. So if that's true, if those books are really floating around at Ollie's, I would love to know because I don't have it. I think the closest Ollie's is like 9 hours from me.
Jeez. Would you go?
Would I go?
Yeah, would you drive?
Would I drive 9 hours for a $50 book versus an $80 book? Would I? Or no, I think I'd rather drop the extra $30 and save the gas.
All right, fair enough, man.
He says the New Warriors own his helmet is gold. Hang on.
Oh boy.
Gold.
Live fact check.
No, I swear to you, it's not gold. At least not in the early stages. Maybe it is gold. Shit.
Oh boy.
My memory shit. Fuck off.
It happens.
Maybe it's his uniform. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of Bloodsport again.
No. All right, his helmet is yellow, son of a bitch, but his uniform is red. His uniform is red.
That's so radical of him.
Yeah, no, his full uniform is red.
Nice.
Son of a bitch. There, dude, I need to stop doing things before the show.
Mm-hmm. You got to stop doing.
But he definitely doesn't look like Nova.
Let me see. He looks a bit well. I guess he looks like Peacemaker. Is that Orion?
No, that's him.
Is he just? I imagine his outfit was ruined in that he's showing chest, or is that just a look?
Oh no, when he's in his civvies, when he's in his civilian clothes, when he's not Nova,
he wears like a ripped shirt.
He wears like a crop top.
A ripped shirt.
I mean, that was just the style back then in the 90s. So, right, I mean, that's why it is the way it is. But
yeah. Yeah, it looks like Conroy said he found the Droids Ewoks omnibus at Ollie's last year and the original Suicide Squad last year.
Is that nice. Droid? Okay, I've seen that Droid Ewoks Omni like a ton over the years, and I've always wondered if it's any. I don't think it's good.
It's probably,
but I've always wondered what people think, because like a lot of people didn't like the Ewoks cartoon movies back in the day when we were kids. I loved them. I thought they were great. I mean, granted, I was a kid. Maybe I wouldn't like it now.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I really loved it. So I'm just kind of curious what everyone's thoughts are in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone has actually read it.
Yeah.
There is a spot where someone's reading Alf and New Warriors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a picture of him when he's in his crop top that I can show you, but every picture I've seen so far, he's in his Nova uniform.
You gotta look for the 2-page spread.
Yeah, that's like his stomach's like on half and half.
It'd be like that issue of X-Men that they did where it's just like a swimsuit issue or whatever.
No, that's Speedball.
Speedball. Crazy. I love that the 90s they just started making characters that are like street names for drugs. Speedball.
Speedball.
8-ball.
Anyway.
Quarter ounce.
Let's see. Are we doing a giveaway tonight? Mike needs no giveaways. Not on my end anyway. I gave away everything I had to give away, I think, honestly.
I probably will do one soon. I just need to decide what it is I'm giving away.
Yeah.
And if it'll even be worth giving away to people, because some of it might just be complete garbage.
But maybe people want garbage.
Maybe. We'll plan it out for next time. Next live stream. Whenever we jump on, I'll do a giveaway.
So
I want to say, maybe we'll do a custom bind giveaway that day too. We'll see.
Oh, they were based on the 80s cartoon series. They were kind of, I like I don't know. Maybe that I'm an adult, I wouldn't like it nearly as much. Maybe when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, it's talking fuzzy bears. This is cool.
There you go.
But I don't know.
I mean, it's Ewoks and droids.
Well, let's wrap up. We're at 2 hours. Let's wrap this up.
Yes, let's wrap this bad boy up.
We're no longer entertaining.
It's true. We're burnt out.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Someone says no. Sent you a Nova pick. Is that what he's trying to say? A Nova pick. Let's look. Let's look. Where did you send it?
I don't know. I don't see anything. Sean?
Oh, Christoph says we can give something away. He says we can give away his Ennis trade paperbacks.
Do we want to do it now or do we want to do it next time when we have I don't know, more of a plan and we're both not just falling asleep?
Oh, Sean was saying, he was sending us a picture in the Omni. Yeah, he's in the red, and this is the one I think I was showing you actually. He's in the red and yellow. So his helmet's yellow, but his suit's red.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I'm only like 10 or 12 issues in, but he's in the red the whole time in those ones.
Wow.
Paul, 14 Canadian dollars. A craft beer
you.
for you both. Thanks for the fun chat, gents.
Damn, thank you, man.
Holy,
that sounds about right. That's how much beer costs up
billionaires.
here, man.
That's really cool. Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Christoph says that we can give away his Ennis trades.
Okay.
Do we want to do it now, or do we want to like save them and then do it like when we do a larger giveaway?
That's what I was thinking, but
let's do that then, because I'm not gonna lie, trying to just pack and ship just one thing at a time, it's a pain in my butt.
And obviously if we do a giveaway, we'll announce it more and we'll make it more upfront.
Yeah,
we'll
even
make
say
it's sponsored by Christoph.
Bigger who to do.
Yeah, we'll make a bigger deal out of
stuff
it.
Away. But big shout out to Christoph for that. I assume you're not going to do your binds anymore, man. That sucks. I was really bummed out for you. But just so here, we'll give everybody a sneak peek of it at least.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay. So he was going to do these as a bind.
Nice.
So we got Chronicles of Wormwood.
Ooh.
303 with Jason Burrows.
Great mini.
Chronicles of Wormwood with Jason Burrows. Caliban.
Great mini.
And Avatar Chronicles of Wormwood. So a lot of Chronicles of Wormwood stuff.
I gotta read that.
And then Caliban and 303.
Nice. Caliban and 303 are fantastic.
So we will do those next live show. We'll make a big to-do. Maybe Mike will have some stuff to give away. He'll probably only be able to ship to our Canadian listeners, but unless you really wanted to pay shipping for them. But we have a lot of Canadian fans, so they all love you. So I'm sure that won't be too difficult.
Yeah, we'll see. Tonight
all right, man. Well, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go take my dogs out and go. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, man. I'm a free man. I gotta figure it out.
Damn.
I'm gonna get crazy and wild up in here.
Crazy and wild. Well, thanks everyone for joining in.
Yes, thank you, everybody. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Again, much appreciated.
Yes, truly
helps fund StreamYard each month, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you guys very much, and until next time, the power is yours.
We'll try to announce the next one a little in advance if we can, but
yeah, this is sort of a spur in the moment thing where I found out I was gonna have the whole house to myself, so I was like, let's record. I don't have any kids. Let's record.
Yeah. And we kept all our clothes on too.
Shows how lame I am. I have the entire house to myself. It's just me, my dogs, and cats, and I'm just like, let's record a podcast.
It was an awesome night, though. Thanks, everyone.
It was a lot of fun. So, anyways, thank you all. Have a good night, man. Bye.
Bye.